Hello and welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. Hi Indominus, hello Paloozer, Torino, Ralph, welcome. It's kind of weird that we don't have a Kimmers today. Might have to go check on her to make sure everything is okay. Paloozer, oh man. You're just ready for a nap and I'm just starting my day. Crazy. Indominus, you're in home repair and maintenance right now. Sweet. I've been there. You learn a lot of good skills. So definitely stick with it for like a little bit of time at least, I would say. We got a doggo showing off her bone in here with us. Every time I start streaming, she's in here with me. She has to chew on the bone. And that's okay. Cheers, guys. To a wonderful weekend coming up. I'm excited to be here. Hi, Dust. Everyone's just slowly filing in, and that's a-okay. And then to start off the stream, I also want to say this one is for Nike 2G. He saved up 75,000 pots and pans points. So those are the Twitch channel points. Just watching the stream doesn't cost you anything. And that's how you can request me to make something special for you live. So we're gonna make a delicious, like old school style meatloaf dinner. I'm pumped. I have not had meatloaf in forever. We're gonna serve it with just some buttery mashed potatoes and then some steamed broccoli and cauliflower with cheese sauce. So I was like, that's the kind of plate that I think my grandma would make. I know, where's Kimmers? I feel like we might have to message her, Dust. She wasn't in yesterday either on stream, which is weird, right? You love meatloaf, right? Like when it's done good, it is so dang good. So I linked lots of good recipes today. We'll definitely read through the one meatloaf one that I linked from Serious Eats because they do a lot of good explaining in there. Dust, you added the bacon to your sprouts and that took them to another level. I love how you like first just try a little bit of garlic and he's like, yeah, that's pretty good, Kate. And then you just ramped it up with some bacon. How good was that though? And hi, Suzanne Likes Cake. You need a good meatloaf recipe. So the one that I linked is like, I kind of read through it a little bit this morning. Very good. The way that like Kenji breaks down all of the components of your meatloaf and like what to put in, what maybe to leave out. It's nice. So yeah, we'll read through, we'll do a little bit of learning. Because I honestly, like I was talking to my brother this morning, I can't remember the last time that I had meatloaf, friends. It's been too long. And then I think we'll have enough extras to have leftovers for sandwiches. Anyone ever make meatloaf sandwiches after? Dust, you want to add a little diced onion in with the bacon? For sure, dude. Yeah, either like diced or just sliced really nice and thin would be yummy. Keep experimenting. I love that. Like meatloaf too, Paloozer, but bro is purely anti-meatloaf because of prison or some bad experience. So we don't do them. Oh my gosh. We won't ask. Need to make some meatloaf and pot pie again one of these days? Yes. Yeah, those are two like good things to make while it's still a little chilly out. Better get them made, Ralph, before it warms up, because then you're not going to be craving those things really anymore. Indominus, you don't like your mom's, how she makes it? Always enjoyed your grandma's, and when you make your grandma's meatloaf, it's just never the same, right? Like they just have, I don't know if it's this special touch or they're just leaving something out that they're not telling you. I don't know. You've not had a good one in years. I think the one that we're making today is going to be really, really great. Some microwaved atrocity. And we will do like the classic, like ketchup glaze on top, everything like that. Just sipping on my delicious latte from my bro he made for me. Are you done with the bone now? Wow, that's nice. Oh man. And it's slowly warming up for us today too. Morning started off minus 20 Celsius. By the time Sam is home later today, like around 2 or 3, it's gonna be +1. Love that. It's gonna be a good weekend. Aw, I bet Indominus, right? I'll miss your grandma. Mom has some bad days when she needs her. No one expects it ever, right? He is Paloozer. You should see his coffee machine. It's so dang fancy. I know I kept saying like I was gonna do a video, but I really need to get that done. I want to take a video of him making his coffees because it's so, so cool. Upgraded from like the little Breville one. It makes delicious coffees. Yeah, minus 20 Celsius overnight, Suzanne likes cake. And like, that's not even the coldest it's been. Okay, clicked on all those recipes for me. Let us read through, and then hopefully Nike pops in momentarily. Yeah, make him make the video. I should, yeah. Bran, just video yourself doing the coffee process, a couple different clips throughout the week, and then I'll put something together. Yes, I'm in. Oh, I also got a good message on social media this morning from our Big Green Egg group. They want to feature an article in the Big Green Egg lifestyle magazine with Sam and myself. So I'm pumped for that too. I literally just read that before the stream started. I was like, yes, give me more details. I love that kind of stuff. Published magazine. Okay, let's get into it. We'll also kind of write the list as we go along here so we can organize ourselves for the day, but I don't think it's gonna be too stressful of a cook. We're just gonna go slow, relax, make sure we do everything right. Yeah, freaking cool, hey? So, the Food Lab's All-American Meatloaf recipe. Meatloaf that's deeply meaty, moist but not overly juicy, and tender yet firm enough to hold its shape when you spear a bite. Nice. You have to lurk, Indominus? You're doing some schoolwork on your Chromebook? No, yeah. Put me to the side and focus on your homework. I will be here when you complete it. Good job. So, just scrolling down. Okay, I'll read a little bit the first part of this article. If I don't like where it's going, I'll just stop reading it and scroll a little bit more. Kenji says, yeah, get learned. You get snacks after you're done. Exactly. We've all been there, right? Oh, to be young again. In his 1958 classic, 365 Ways to Cook Hamburger, along with hundreds of recipes for burgers, sauces, soups, meatballs, and casseroles, Doyne Nickerson. What? Imagine that being your name, Doyne. I'm bringing that back. Doyne Nickerson offers no fewer than 70 recipes for meatloaf. 70. A different loaf every night for over 2 months. I'm out of here. I'm done already. 10 loaves apiece for every man, woman, and child on the cast of Full House. What? Amongst this litany are such colorful offerings as chili hot top meatloaf. It's flipped upside down and glazed with Heinz chili sauce. Sunshine meatloaf. That'd be a loaf topped with ketchup-filled peach halves. Oh my God. I like where this is going. And 2, count them, 2 variations on banana meatloaf. What? One with green bananas mashed into the meat, the other topped with bacon and banana. With such a varied and prolific precedent set, you may be disappointed to find out that I offer but a single lonely recipe for plain all-American meatloaf, and not even one recipe that combines ground beef with bananas. Thank goodness. Doyne Nickerson was up to something back then, let me tell you. You're going to the workshop after everyone is done, Indominus, so you won't be on till you get home. I don't know if we'll still be here, so I hope you have a great rest of the day then. Okay, let's keep going. You see, Americans are proud of their meatloaf, and rightfully so. It's one of our national dishes and deserves a place up on the pedestal, rubbing shoulders with the likes of hamburgers, barbecue, and hot dogs. I mean, it's a loaf made of meat. What could be more decadent yet comforting than that? The very best meatloaf should be tender and moist with a distinctly soft but never mushy texture. That is true. Velvety and rich should come to mind when tasting it. Tender enough to slice with a fork, but firm enough to pick up the bite without it breaking. This is true. Yeah, we don't like crumbly meatloaf that just falls apart. It should be a sponge for moisture, oozing juices when you eat it, but not leaving a puddle on the plate. This is true as well. Hi, Blood Oak, how are you? We're just reading through the meatloaf recipe to start the day. So far, it's been an adventure. It should be deeply rich and meaty in flavor and savory with just a hint of vegetable undertones to complement and lighten up the slice. Yeah, you don't want it too heavy either. But make no mistake, meatloaf is about the meat. And of course, it needs to reheat well for sandwiches. Yes! Thank you for that, Paloozer. And Nike, he's here. The man of not only the hour, but the entire stream. This one is for you, my dude. We're just reading through the recipe for the meatloaf, writing out our list as we go. How are you doing? Yeah, about time, gosh. Doyne Nickerson has been an actor, a hydroponic gardener, an advertising writer, a printer, and during the Depression, a young man who ate hamburger 3 times a day and learned to prepare it in dozens of different ways. It's true. Oh, Doyne. Oh, you. What is happening here? Getting messages on the watch. Okay, keep going. We already know quite a bit about how ground meat behaves from our adventures with sausage. This is also true. Like, I've done a lot of this on stream, so Kenji is like, this is a perfect article and intro into what we're doing today. And we've also learned the benefits of grinding your own meat, which we are using today. Fresh ground beef and pork is the mix that we're gonna use. It's gonna be absolutely delicious. I think we'll have enough to make like 2 little loaves. Got to pick up the waifu soon, but you'll only be gone for about 30 minutes. Okay, that'll be perfect then. We won't do anything while you're gone. I'll just sit here waiting. So from the starting blocks of meat, arriving at perfect meatloaf is just a short skip and a jump away. Sweet. He lived from 1916 to 1980, 64 years, pretty good for eating hamburger 3 times a day. I don't know why, but my head thought 3 times a week, and I was like, wow, not that bad. But 3 times a day? How do you digest all that? Holy smokes. Just scrolling a little bit more here. So this recipe from Serious Eats for the meatloaf, they make like a concentrated flavor base with like onion, carrot, and celery. I have the onion, but I didn't get carrot and celery, nor did I really like want to put that in the meatloaf anyways. But another thing that they call for in this recipe, which is absolutely wild, is some mushrooms. So we had leftover mushroom duxelle from our beef Wellington from last week. I just froze it, took it out of the freezer. So we can sneak that into the meatloaf because it's like totally meat-esque anyways when mushrooms are like broken down and cooked like that. And Kenji says that it adds like a ton of moisture and a really nice texture in the meatloaf. Yeah, isn't that cool? And then we'll definitely do like the the milk soaked breadcrumbs, because he also says any dairy that you add into the meatloaf will definitely add moisture as well. If you guys have been around for other streams, you know that I don't put breadcrumbs in my burger patties ever, nor did I put them in my meatball mixture or even sausage mixture. But for meatloaf, it's a little bit different and it will add that structure that we're looking for. Stylist, you're having a good week? And then he also sneaks in like a little bit of cheese into the meatloaf, which I'm kind of intrigued by. But yeah, other than that, pretty simple recipe, and I will like make it as simple as possible. He does some weird stuff with like sprinkling gelatin on chicken stock, which I don't think is really necessary. We're not trying to make a fancy meatloaf, trying to just do something that everyone wants to make and can make easily. Yeah, one time the mushroom moisture would work as an advantage. Not having a bad week, looking forward to just chilling. Ooh, you might bake some challah bread? Yum. That sounds great. Okay, so that's the meatloaf recipe. Sounds good. That was a good intro too, that Kenji wrote. So first things first, I mean, the meatloaf basically is the longest prep thing of the day, so we might as well start there. The meat is already ground. We ground that last week, and then I just vacuum sealed and froze the mixture. So a couple of things that we have to prep. He did say like cooking the onion first is better than putting raw onion into meatloaf. And I can like 100% agree on that. If you do raw onion, I just find like that's all you taste in the meatloaf is the raw onion because it like cooks the juices into the meat rather than cooking it first and allowing that moisture to come out, and then you don't have watery meatloaf. Yo, I would love that, Ralph. That sounds interesting too. A Filipino style meatloaf. Yum. Why not, right? Okay, so I'll just write down meatloaf on the list. So we have the meat, we have the mushroom already. I'll say cook onion. I did also find, or I've been keeping this. We have a little bit of roasted garlic still to use, so I'll break that up into the meatloaf mix too. And then I also took out a liter of beef stock, just in case we felt like we wanted that. It's called embutido. Embutido. Have you had it before, Palooza? Is that why you're asking? Okay, so cook onion, let's say soak breadcrumbs. Soak the crumbs. I think we'll definitely do some like thyme fresh and parsley. We need a couple eggs to bind the meatloaf together. And then I guess like lastly, we just have to season it. Do we want the cheese in the meatloaf? I think I'll try it just because I've never had that before. It's not much, like only 4 ounces. Add that little something something. You Googled it. Our token Googler. I love it, Palooza. Scaramouche. Grandma's meatloaf plate. Made with real grandmas. Yeah, this just in. Or Scaramouche, should it say not your grandma's meatloaf plate? But I didn't feel comfortable writing that because it's like we're keeping it so traditional that this would be a grandma meatloaf plate. Just not grandmas in the meatloaf. Poor grandmas. 1 scoop of loaf, 2 scoops of grandma. Someone else's grandma's meatloaf plate. Exactly, there we go. That's way better. Okay, so all it says in the recipe, once we have the meatloaf mixture together, obviously put it in your pan. I'm gonna take 2 out just because I think we'll have enough for this. So these are meatloaf pans, and then they cook it with the foil on the whole time. And then when it's close to being done, you can literally just like flip it over in the foil, undo it, and that's when you do the ketchup glaze and everything stays nice and clean. It's like, what? I like this. Hi, Lily, how are you? Embutidos are like cold cuts over here, really? Hello, Twitch Blackmore. Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood loaf. What? Okay, so buttery mashed potato. Easy peasy, we know how to do that, and there won't be a lot of that. We will keep the skin on the red potatoes, but yeah, there'll be more veggies and potatoes. Going less starch with this one, more veg. I like it, Scaramouche. A grandma reindeer meatloaf? Now we're talking. Okay, so the mashed potato and then some steamed veggies. Really, really easy on the side while the meatloaf is baking. Cauliflower and broccoli for health. Oh, hello, doggo. How are you? Ooh, she can have some veggie snacks today too. She likes both of those things. Wait, have you ever made roadkill stew? I haven't, but I will tell you that that is something that I would make. We've talked about this before, Sam and myself. I would, if it was like really, really fresh. Okay, and then for the cauliflower and broccoli, our cheese sauce, which I have a recipe linked for that too. Really, really simple. You start with your flour, butter, roux in a pot, add your milk to make the base sauce, and then once that is thickened, you can stir in your cheese at the end to smooth it out. Posted the link to YouTube for the Filipino style meatloaf and the link for recipe in Discord. Thank you so much, Ralph. Thanks for going out of your way and doing that. I will definitely take a look after stream. Find a nice fresh animal, would be a shame to waste it. Exactly. Okay, we're all on the same page. Cheesy broccoli. I thought you would like that more than like the gravy, Nike. I was like, you know what? We're going like full old school. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, one last thing is just the ketchup glaze. I'll put at the bottom of the list because that gets done at the end anyways, just to finish. This is gonna be fun. Okay, let's get into it. How was everyone else's week? I feel like it really went by fast again. Holy smokies, that's an over 2-year resub. And then yesterday, Scat's resub, he's almost at 4 years. He's at 47 months. Thank you so much, White Dove, for all of the support over the last 25 months. I can't believe those numbers just getting higher and higher. How are you doing? Road bumps made out of potatoes, carrot, root veggies. Yeah. Just go raid the field. Okay, hair up, away we go. Sweet. You might have a chance to work at Chick-fil-A. Gonna have an interview, put in like 50 applications, 50 plus. Only a few people have called you for things. It's just like, the way the world is right now, like don't take that personally, Nike, at all. I would say it's just like how unsettled everything is. People can't really help that. Yeah, I guess, hey. It's like sometimes I forget to look back and see how far we have come, White Dove. So, so cool. Blood Oak, very exhausting with very little sleep, but lots of positive things, including a 12% salary increase. High five. That's so awesome. You had Canes tell you you're overqualified. Well, that's always a good thing. If you're overqualified, that wouldn't be the job for you. Because like, yeah, it would be okay for maybe the first month while you're learning stuff, but then after that, you'd get bored. That's not very fulfilling. Paloozer, you even know what you're doing wrong. Trying to get something like right meow. Okay, I'm gonna finish this coffee and then we'll start. And then just some info for tomorrow. So we are doing our possible 12-hour cap subathon. We'll see where we end up. And that's gonna be fun too. That's true, Paloozer. Sam has said that before as well. Yeah, show it that way. They know what to expect. Have I ever heard of halakas? Is that how you say it, Lily? I haven't. What is that? And then do I have to turn down this light a little bit still? Or just balance a bit more? I feel very ghosty today. Okay, so first things first, we'll get into the onion, I think, for the meatloaf. Get it chopped up really nice and fine and cooked down. And then we can keep making the mixture from there. Starting off with some knife skills, I suppose. Two knives, one steel. Yum, a South American tamale. Ayaca. Oh, okay. The H is still like a J then. Hayaka. My bad. The H is a J and the L's are a Y. Okay. No J. So the H is like silent then. Ayaka. Cool. Yeah, keep teaching me about all this stuff. The more we learn, the more we know, the better we get. Doggo knows the sound of me stealing the knife. She's like, okay, something is about to happen here. She got off the bed. You're so cute. What are we chopping, hey? What's we chopping? Okay, so we're only gonna use a pretty small amount of this white onion. Oof, what happened on the inside here? Is it rotting from the inside out? Why are you like this? Maybe half of the onion, because it will cook down quite a bit. But definitely no raw onion. That is a must. Yeah, maybe there's some snackage. Oh man, that's too good. I love it, Paloozer. It is the truth of it, though. It's a corn mixture wrapped and cooked in plantain leaves. I would try that, Lily. I would try that. I would be okay with that. So let's go like as small dice as we can. Because I don't really like to know that there's onion in the meatloaf, but it does add really nice flavor, right? Yeah, the more we read, the more we still can't pronounce anything. Yeah, I think so. We'll have to go check the one Asian market first, and then if they don't have them there, Lily, I think they had them at the Latin market. And hi little Valkyrie, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, onion is flavor, that's why it shows up in everything. And that too, but blood oak. The more you know, the more you realize how much you actually don't know. Dooch. So I think I have a container of bacon fat still. Should I fry the onion in bacon fat? This is a trick question. You haven't had that in like over 15 years? Your grandma used to make them? Okay, you know I like cooking like a grandma. Let's do this. Yeah, bacon is flavor too. Onion fried in bacon fat is bomb. That's what I thought. It's like, how can that be bad? Okay, so this wants to start falling apart, and that's okay. We'll still finish like cutting the rest of it. Try and use as much as we can. Wipe this off. Cut that in half and then go back across. Is anyone cooking today? Or is like Friday usually a day that you eat out? I know some people have a little routine like that. These onions are very slippery. Always, Valk. Bacon and onion. So dang good. And this is trying to make me cry, but that's okay. I'm not crying, you're crying. Hi, Rafools. And I will say, like, this knife isn't even as sharp as it should be. And the onion is a little bit soft too, but thanks for appreciating that. Parabex, you made carnitas and some beef jerky today. Yum. How did you make the jerky? Like, do you have a smoker? The onion is clearing our sinus out. I'll go wash up and blow my nose in a sec. It's aggressive. Okay, let's just put this in a small bowl. French onion rice. Yes, I saw that when you posted it. That looked really good. Like when you're craving French onion soup, but you want more of like a filling meal. I love that idea. Have you done that before, Blood Oak? I can also see that being good like leftover the day after. Marinate it for 12 hours to hydrate for 4. Yes, yeah, we make jerky too. So easy, so good. Okay, be right back. I think there might be someone in the bathroom, so I'm just gonna wait a couple moments. I can't remember. That's why I always have a little soapy water bin right next to me. Even just like walking away from the onion for like a minute helped. I'm not crying anymore. Yeah, I'm curious. Does anyone who works in kitchens ever wear swimming goggles when chopping onions? I've never seen it. Never ever seen it. My chef joked around with me one time and did like the saran wrap goggles. We were dying. Yeah, just give me a moment, guys. Just going to have a nice cry. Holy. I maced myself. Can one do a thing? How are you? Okay, let's get the... I think we'll do induction. Let's get the induction up with a nice frying pan. Away we go. So this would also be the place where you can sneak in celery and carrot if you want. But I'm not going to because we're going like pretty veggie heavy on this side. We're making a meatloaf, not a veggie loaf. Yeah, I really miss Sammy. He actually should be home earlier today. Said he was crushing it at work. Away we go. Oh yeah, we're doing bacon fat. Nom. And I'll bring a spoon over. Hello, this is why we keep this. Look, it's the one. It's the one that we were talking about. So this is our bacon fat. Yeah, speaking of the devil, ooh, smells like mapley, smoky mapley. We'll put a healthy amount. It's like a very contradicting sentence. A healthy amount of bacon fat. That should be enough to keep the onions from like sticking though. Ooh, 1,000 bits to eat a spoonful of like the cold bacon fat. That'd be quite overwhelming. You will find more Togos? You put them in a bag somewhere, you know it? Really, Valk? I don't know, we haven't noticed that we are missing any. And we saw like all the bonus ones you gave us too. We were like, what? Bonus Togos? It's like, it's the little things. Okay, that's good. I think I'll just do this. Bag. Hey Daff, are you like home safe and sound now from your trip to Costa Rica? Or are you still there? Keep the Kate alive. We got this. This is gonna be good. Okay, we're safe to put the onions in now before this starts to splatter like crazy. Yeah. This would be like the secret thing a grandma would do, right? Okay, you just saute the onion, but she doesn't tell you the fat that she sautés it in. Could be bacon fat. So we'll let this go until it's like golden brown for sure. Nicely cooked down, not too much moisture left. It'll take, well, probably close to like 10 minutes. And then we can add a bit of salt too in a sec here. Season it up. I should scrape all that out, it got stuck. That way it cooks evenly. Working and lurking, Samuel. Yeah, total grandma thing. Okay, now I'm gonna go blow my nose, or at least try to, BRB. It's not just the pan cooking. This is our token, Mrs. Ruby Raid. How are you doing? Welcome in, friends. Happy Friday. We made it through another week. Just gonna turn this down a sec. It's cooking my onions pretty quick. We also have a cookie. Welcome in, Magic Cookie. Hope you didn't work too hard this week. Hi, Shayna. Hi, Scuba Vince. She had to go get the kids. Okay. That was a raid and run, as I like to say. Well, hope you're all well. We are cooking a meatloaf dinner plate today for one of our community members, Nike 2G. He saved up Twitch channel points to request me to make something live for him on stream. So we're making some meatloaf today. This is, okay, so I have made meatloaf before. It was a turkey version, and it didn't really turn out that good. This was like years ago on stream. So this is almost like a redemption for ourselves. It's gonna be way better. We have fresh ground beef and pork that we did last week, just vacuum sealed and froze it. We also have some roasted garlic to put in, a mushroom mixture. It's gonna be yummy. Julie says hello, and also hello Endor Fight. Yeah, you know onions smell good when you cook them, but then when you don't cook them, it smells kind of rancid. Totally. I can just call you Scuba or Scoobs. Okay, I'll probably just call you Scuba then. I choose hard mode. Isn't that the truth, Beluzer? Holy, okay. This pan, I guess, got a little bit too hot. While I went to blow my nose, the onions made me cry a bit. Just trying to dial it back so that it doesn't get too dark on the outside. But I mean, we do know that caramelization will add more flavor. Just there is a limit. Don't let it burn. Gonna add a little bit of salt to this. Yeah, every day. Woke up and chose hard mode. The salt will obviously season the onions, but also draw out just a little bit more moisture. And then I guess we can get like a big bowl to mix all of this in. The meatloaf mix. Get that ready while we're waiting. Yum. And I don't think we'll have to spray the pans. The meatloaf pans, this should not stick. There we go. Now we simmered it on down. Stir in that salt. And then a couple more minutes on this, and then we can pour it out on the side to cool. You don't want to add this hot to the meat mixture. That is against the rules. That's breaking the law of meatloaf. Always let your flavor add-ins cool off before you put it in with the minced meat. Yeah, sometimes hard mode, just literally just getting out of bed. We're cooking the onion. After this, oh, just throw in my list. After this, we will soak the breadcrumbs in a little bit of milk and stock. And then maybe I'll go grab some thyme and parsley and eggs, because that goes in as well. And then I guess the only thing I didn't look at was how long the meatloaf will cook for. Probably close to an hour. Probably close to an hour. So you don't want to go too high of heat that you like cook all the juices out. But you don't want to go too low either. It doesn't cook properly. Hi Vune, how are you? How was the week? Are you feeling a bit better? Torino, Friday equals whiskey and coffee. It's totally acceptable at 9 a.m. You do you, man. You do you. You're doing a lot better. I am so glad to hear it. A big roller coaster at the moment, though. Okay, well, I'm always around if you need a chat. You know this. Okay, I'm just scrolling down. The oven's gonna be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, it says bake until just beginning to set. The top will feel firm to the touch, about 30 minutes. And then we unmold it. And we glaze it. Or do we unmold it and then bake it by itself? So we unmold it then, upside down. Let it cook until it's 140 Fahrenheit. About 40 minutes longer. What? So this cooks for like over an hour. That's why we started this first. Holy smokies. Hi Izzy Rogue, how are you? I love meatloaf with mash and veg and gravy. Yeah, I was gonna do a gravy, but then I wanted to do a cheese sauce with the veggies instead. I mean, we might still do like a little jus on this side since I have some beef broth out anyways. We can just reduce it. That could be nice. Yeah, over an hour. Like, that's wild. I don't think it's going to take that long, Torino, especially in the convection oven. Should go quicker. You had a big win, Vune. Presented a song you've been learning to your singing teacher, and he was very impressed. Congratulations. People are just coming in with, like, all the good news. That's what I expect. This is what we need in our life. Okay, so these are so close to being done. That is Flavor Town. We're cooking the moisture out and building up the layers of flavor so that we don't have a meatloaf in a puddle, Kenji said. The juices should not puddle, they should stay inside. Gravy works with Cali cheese? Okay, have a safe drive, Nike, my dude. We'll see you in a little bit. Say hi to the waifu for me. Oh, we're ketchuping it up. Don't you fret, Torino. We are for sure doing the glaze. Is there any other way? And then, like, the other good part is, like, meatloaf sandwiches. Oh, cauli cheese. was like, is this a form of cheese in California that I am not aware of? Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. To me, that looks great. Yeah, meatloaf in a sandwich. Me and Rando were already talking about it. It's like, meatloaf's good the day of, but then if you make another one, it's also good the day after or a couple days after. I definitely had that as a lunch some days as a kid. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cool as we prep some other things here. Just put the pan to the side for now. Maybe we'll reuse it later. I guess we'll see. Don't need this anymore either. Yeah, just make something else to eat. The meatloaf is actually for tomorrow. Oh, man. So maybe the first thing we'll do... Oh, what if we do this? To cool this down quicker, I think I'll just pour the milk and the breadcrumbs in with it. Yahoo! This and this and this. How much of those things do we need? And then another thing I haven't checked yet. It's like how much meatloaf this actually makes, because we might have to double up some of the flavor amounts. Let's see. It says 4 to 6 servings. He does it in a 9x5 loaf pan, so that's what we do. So yeah, we'll double it up basically. Yeah, ice cold milk will do it, right? It'll make it cool off quicker. Remember mom making meatloaf? We'd barely touch it. She'd be like, why are you not eating? Be like, if we eat it all today, then we don't get it tomorrow. The good days. Those good old days. So he says 2 slices of high quality white sandwich bread. I'm just doing breadcrumbs. A little bit of crummies. Maybe I'll do a mixture of the seasoned ones and some panko. Yeah, come on, don't you know? Those look good and smell really good. Abigail's Kitchen. This is what we picked up yesterday on the grocery shop stream. Italian style breadcrumbs. This is like a newer product. Toasted breadcrumbs, salt, garlic powder, oregano, onion, dried parsley, spice, and flavor. Of course there's natural flavor. Like, why is that a thing? You don't have to put that on the ingredient list. We know it's there. I hope it is. Yeah, you never say duh. Okay, that's good too. Oh, there is a pepper. Hi. Hello, pepper. I'm just gonna like pour what I think is necessary for the 2 meatloafs that we're gonna make. Like half a cup of that. Let's say 1 cup total breadcrumbs for 2 pans. Go half and half panko and seasoned. And then we'll probably do, what, half a cup of milk to go with that. Yeah, they do have to put that on there, but why? And then the rest of this is for tomorrow's stream. Chicken Kiev. So good. Okay, I'll bring the milk. What else? Eggs. I'm gonna sneak some little bit of Emmental in the meatloaf. Oh, and then I'll come back here for the parsley, and I think I have some thyme. Boom, boom. Hi, FCB, how are you? Good day, friend. Hi, Amp, welcome in. Yeah, 3 for 3. Blood Oak, you legend. Let's see. Did I say half a cup of milk? Let's start there. We don't want to make it like watery, but it does help hydrate the crumbs. And this adds moisture to the meatloaf, Kenji says. This is also gonna cool off our onions. Make like a sludge mix, basically. It's not gonna look that good. But trust, it's gonna make the meatloaf taste really yummy. Okay, so just a little bit more, I think. You're doing good, FCB. That is great to hear. Not too busy at work, hopefully. Yeah, I can't believe like every month we do a subathon, Blood Oak. It's like, how has it already been a month? Feels like we just finished the last one. Okay, that's awesome. Seriously perfect. I think that already cooled it all off. Okay, boom, boom. Now we'll chop some herbs and it's almost time to mix this all up. What sort of meat? It was a fresh ground pork shoulder mixed with ground tenderloin, beef tenderloin scraps. Pork and beef mixture. We just sauteed some onion, breadcrumb, soaked with milk. We got some mushroom, roasted garlic, cheese, egg. It's gonna be yummy. Yeah, Christmas was like only 2 days ago, guys. Boom. It smells yummy in here after sauteing the onion in the bacon fat. Okay, so we'll use all of that for sure. I don't think I want to put rosemary or sage in it though. That's where I draw the line. But thyme, really good. Terra Formality, thank you for the follow and welcome. Still eating Halloween candy? Vune. That stuff lasts forever. You just like slowly eat it throughout the year to last until the next Halloween. Just picking up the pieces that are going bad already, so you don't make the other stuff go bad. Let's do like that amount of parsley, then we'll pick it off the stem. Drop some, so I'll pick that up. You're already eating Easter candy. Eating the stuff that you didn't want to eat, but then there's nothing else in the house. So yeah, here we are. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh, shoot. Okay, start picking. So I guess we'll just start the meatloaf in the oven once we have it mixed up, since it takes so long. It takes like just over an hour, I guess. And then while it's baking along, we can keep prepping the other stuff too. There was a sneaky little bit of rosemary that made it in. Went for a birthday lunch today, not yours, FCB, and had a nice 9-ounce filet. Yes. You got your iron intake covered. Was it cooked perfectly? What else did you have with it? Yum. And I also know that this is gonna smell really yummy when it does start to cook in the oven. That's right, Twitch Blackmore. Delayed gratification. We got this. That, should I chop this now? Maybe I'll put it up there. We'll do the parsley next. A pinch of parsley. What? Had 2 lobster tails last night too, and creme brulee? Yo, you're living the life over there, FCB. Watching TikTok, apparently in northern France, there's a 24/7 oyster vending machine, complete with a knife, lemon, and bib if needed for purchase. I was like, how is that sanitary? Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. Palooza. Prostate tunic? You're Sag for the rosemary? It's okay. It'll get used like later on this weekend. Now is not the time for rosemary, but welcome. Yeah, there you are, hoping you'll at least eat lobster just once. Just once in your life. Yeah, gas station sushi, what? Oh no. Even better, yeah. Didn't even have to pay. Love that. Open air bodega sushi. Hoofda. Okay, let's do some chopping. Crumple all this up into one small bit. And we'll get some finely chopped herbs. It probably is good in Japan, right? Go, go, go. Things are falling. Worse than gas station sushi is getting sushi in a country that's landlocked. Wouldn't trust that one. No, that's why, like, I mean, we're not on the coast anymore. We're just one province in. We have to pay like a pretty penny to get some higher quality sushi comparable to like what we used to get right on the coast. And yeah, like, we don't cook nearly as much fish anymore either, because most of what you get here is just farmed, and I'm not into that. I really miss our fisherman, hunter, forager. He messaged us last night, guys. You remember Zach? Messages us. It's like, just so you guys know, I'm taking my deer meat to someone lame tomorrow because you're not here to process it. We're like, oh no. Oh, Zach. Hey, Bonk. Good to see you. Hope work was okay yesterday. You know what I'm gonna do with the herbs? Just mix it in with the breadcrumbs. Just keep putting stuff in that bowl. It'll be easy to distribute over the meats. So rude. Are you saying Zach, Amp? Corner store, 7-Eleven, Lawson's, etc. The food is good stuff, Bonk. I mean, I've had some pretty amazing bodega stuff in New York. A little bodega by our hotel that we were staying at. It's freaking sweet. Work was same. Well, that's all right. At least, like, no catastrophes. Yeah, Uber Eats some sushi. Oh no. Don't do it. Yakitori chicken. Like the, are you saying the raw one? Blood oak? I would try that too. Thanks for the follow, friend. Happy you found us. Hope you enjoy your time here. Our community is amazing. We've been building it up over the last 4.5 years. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. Don't think there's anything else since our cheese is already grated. Oh, we just have to get the roasted garlic cloves out of the head of roasted garlic. So maybe we'll heat it up just to make it softer. Breaded Italian meatballs with a baby bell core. Okay, that'd be good. What did we used to do? I can't recall if we did like a little bocconcini inside a meatball before, but that's yummy, Vian. Oh, okay, yakitori, they roast all the parts of the chicken over the open coals. Anything like roasted over charcoal like that is so good. Okay, let's do like, what, 20 seconds? Don't need much. That's right, prostate tunic. Screaming in there. Mushroom mixture for the meatloaf. Remember we said, where are we gonna put this extra duxelle left over from the beef Wellington? In the meatloaf. Because Kenji said to. Holy, we just recook this? It's like steaming. The little yakitori stands were yummy, I bet, bonk. Yeah. I mean, like, we have the Mini Max egg, but I still kind of want a hibachi. Just because I like cooking with fire, and, like, it seems really easy. Kind of chill. Surprise garlic cloves in the meatloaf. Not even just garlic cloves, it's been roasted. Wonder if you can make duck loaf? Oh, I bet. I'm sure of it. I've never ground duck before, though. I've literally never. No form of duck meat. I can see it being good, though, because, like, fresh ground turkey was literally life-changing. Sam still says that's the best burger I ever made him, was a turkey burger. I'm like, is this some kind of joke? Okay, I'm just gonna go wash my garlicky hands. Yeah, meatloaf is an organized dumpster for clearing out the fridge. Garlicky hands. Okay, now you can get the meat into the bowl. Maybe I'll turn on the oven so it can start heating while we mix this. Used to dig turkey bacon. It's gonna be hard to convince a duck to go through the grinder, though. Toss some Cheerios in. What? Okay, $3.50. Just making sure this is off in here. Good girl. She's being so cute today. Okay, just pop that up there. Gonna wash my knife off before the herbs stick on. And then we just have to crack a couple eggies. I think that's it. Yeah, ground duck sounds good, hey? Imagine a duck burger. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Hi, cooking girl, how are you? Duck is too good for the grinder, is that what you're saying, Twitch Blackmore? It's like, guys, please, don't. Yeah, ground duck, I get it. Ah! Okay, so this is our meat mixture. Ooh, just a little bit of frostage in there still, and that's okay. Just gonna open that with scissors. Scissors. Happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, or is it a duck with no wings? Yo, I saw at the store the other day in like the frozen section when we were doing Instacart for people, they have like pre-cooked frozen duck wings to buy now here. It's like, whoa, this is new. Thank you, FCB. Oh, look it. We're at 93% now. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, friend. 926,788. Okay, so there's this. Literally can just kind of smoosh it around. Break this up. Make like one even layer to pour the flavorings over. I'm also breaking up where it was a bit frosty still. The center. Arthur, hope you're having a good day as well. Welcome in. Good to see you. Your boss at work handed you a packet of deer jerky, asked you if you like it. It was okay. Not sure if deer would make a good jerky. It depends on like how they make it. I think that like smoking the jerky, it is a lot more forgiving, the end product, compared to dehydrator, which I find dries it out a lot. Okay, that's looking good. Next one I'm gonna do is our eggs first. And then I think I'll just put some gloves on. What do we think, like 3 eggs? I don't think I wanna commit to 4, but 3 seems all right. That's so good cooking, girl. How do you do the deer jerky? Like, how do you flavor it? Yeah, 3 inside and 1 on top. We're making a breakfast meatloaf. I could see that being delish, for sure. Hi, Carses, how are you doing? Yeah, you're coming in at the right time. Hello, meat. Maybe I'll do a season really quick over this too. My hands are clean. Some salt and pep. Garlic pepper teriyaki, nice, yeah. Sam has nailed down teriyaki as well as Vietnamese flavors so far. Oh, and a like hot honey glazed one. Those are our 3 that we usually do. Beef, pork, eggs, this is Noah's Ark. Here we go. It is so good, Carses. The hot honey, yeah, because it's still like smoked beforehand, the jerky, to like get it dry, right? And then you glaze it with the honey after. We do like the Korean chili flakes, so it's nice and floral and not too spicy. Now I'm craving jerky, I'm like salivating. Would soy sauce be a good substitute? Do I seriously have 1 glove here? 1 glove. 1 glove, Kate. Just call me Michael. It would be good. I think you could easily do that, Amp. If you wanted, it would add some like extra umami. Yeah, ooh, homemade fermented sriracha for the hot honey. Yes. And thanks, Torino. Torino with the facts. He's done it before. The soy sauce in the meatloaf. It works. Yeah, nice one. Nice one, Tunic. Where from Europe are you? Pork and veal. Veal's not in the budget for this one, sadly. We did cook with veal a few weeks back, though. Okay, so I was just like breaking up the bread, mixing it with the herbs as well. This feels good. It's gonna be moist. You're from Denmark. Whoa. We have some pretty amazing people in our community from Denmark. And then we also like to compare Denmark to Canada. There's a lot of similarities between like the countries and how people do things and cook. So yeah, we fried the onions in bacon fat for this meatloaf is what we did. Yeah, not as sketchy as us. Okay, so next one, our mushroom duxelle, which was cremini mushrooms just blitzed up in a food processor until they was like really fine. Cooked with, I think I still put in here, onion, garlic, some herbs, and then we deglazed with some wine. So even more flavor. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, don't let me forget that. A little bit of Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Just adds that bit of something, something, right? I don't know, I think I might need the extra egg now that we're putting all this stuff in. It's telling me. It's like, Kate, we don't want a crumbly meatloaf. We need the right amount of binder ratio. DJ Ashley, where is my stone cake? Nowhere. Somewhere else in the world. Anywhere. But it's not here. Worcestershire. 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 Duxelles, yep. Mushroom duxelles. And what did the person last week call it? Baby poop? Something like that. Worcestershire. It is good in Caesars. Duxelles, a finely chopped mixture of mushrooms or mushroom stems, onion, shallot, herbs, black pepper, sauteed in butter, reduced to a paste. Ooh, I never added cream, but that would be yummy. Yeah, diarrhea. Okay, top shelf Worcestershire. Let's do this. Reach. I'm trying to keep this hand and not messing anything else up. So let's see if we can pour this. Was this similar to the ruined chicken incident? A little bit, Blood Oak. A bit. Okay, so I might even just like pour this into my hand so I can distribute it. Like literally, that's it. 1 tablespoon. A little goes a long way. Guys, do you think we need a bit more salt in here still? Or is all the other stuff like seasoned kind of that it will be enough? It's like this is the time to add the seasoning. We don't want to mix all this and then have to mix the seasoning in after. Because then you're overworking the meat and that's how you end up with a tough meatloaf. Can you sub shallot for red onion? For sure. I don't even think I added shallot. If your wallet can do the shallot, then sure. But onion and garlic is just fine. Just breaking up some of the really frosty bits too still. This is gonna be good. Yeah. If you want, you can check out the recipes that we have linked to Nick. I always do that, recipes of the day. And then I don't know if you use Discord, but they're in there as well. Mushrooms are such a good filler, yeah, especially with like minced meats. Just got to make sure that you cook them first, otherwise you get watery. We can even put a little bit of mushrooms in chat. Our cute little shroomy emote. That's where we're going today. This is also the first time that I've ever done mushrooms in meatloaf like this, or in any ground meats for that matter. So we're all kind of learning today. Fanciest meatloaf ever. Okay, all of the big frosty chunks are broken up. Just gonna open up my salt and do a bit more. Yeah, add a bit more umami. Now you need to go get some mushies, right? Hi, Clem. How are you? So just a bit more salt. Yeah, mushrooms go good with a lot of things, but they're also like good on their own too. Okay, this is smelling amazing, by the way. So now we can start to work it a bit more. I think first I'll just like make a little mixer with my hand. I am the stand mixer. Just to get all of the flavorings distributed. It's so cold too. Such a cold mixture. Hee hee. Whole button mushrooms fried in butter, Vune, with some salt, pepper, and parsley. Yes, so good. I'm glad there's like not that many mushroom haters. Or maybe they're just too shy to say anything. And that's okay. Yo, how good does this look right now, though? Yeah, buttered rice with the mushroom. I mean, buttered rice with anything, really. So I'm just gonna fold this a little bit to work the proteins with the fat. This is how we get our meatloaf to not crumble apart. But I mean, there is a limit to overworking the meat. If you overwork the meat too much when we're doing this step, you'll actually cook out a lot of juices later because it's gonna like firm up. It's really gonna seize up. We don't want that. We want a bit of structure. I wanna keep the juices in as much as possible though. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna stick at all. We have a pretty fatty mixture of meat too. Oh, guys. Forgot to sneak some of the cheese in. This is an Emmental. Just gonna do a small bit of this. They said like a couple ounces, that's it. Hi Alf, how are you? It's spring break, Clem, congrats. Best friend came to visit, left yesterday, we had a great time. Gonna go out today, but the train tracks caught on fire again. What is going on over there, Clem? Is this an actual meatloaf? Yeah? An actual meatloaf prepped with Kenji Lopez's guidance from Serious Eats. And we've cooked a lot of recipes from him and he's never led us astray. I can say that. That's why I keep going back, right? Yo, imagine this, like the cheese with the mushrooms and the meatloaf. It's already smelling different, like better. Okay, now we can distribute into the pans. Yeah, fried mushrooms on toast. That is good with eggs too. Mushrooms on toast with eggs. Really delish. Okay, let's do this. We're cooking it in these 2 loaf pans, a 9x5. And then as we add this into the pan, we really want to press it nicely down to keep any air bubbles out. Work it. That's crazy, Clem. Torino, Did your brother wreck some more of your stuff again? I won't send him jerky if he keeps doing that. That's the consequence. Yeah, this is primarily pork shoulder. It's like 2/3 pork shoulder, 1/3 beef tenderloin scraps. Should I stop there? I think we can do this little bit more just to even it out. It seriously smells so amazing. This mixture though. Even it out. What? Mountain of meat. Yeah, it does look really good already. We're doing our best here. And so next step for this is to foil, and then we'll just put them both on a sheet pan to bake. Definitely want to put something underneath. Oh, we might actually have to take a bit from the other pan. Because when these bake, they kind of puff up at first as they're coming up to temp, rise up a bit. So if any of those juices go over, it'll make a mess in your oven. Okay, so only kind of scoop this off in layers. Want them both equally filled so that they cook at the same rate. I don't think we overmixed it either, because we can still clearly see the separation of like the fat and the protein. It's not just this like one really light pink looking mixture that's emulsified. Do a little bit more. This is an important step. Otherwise, if you don't put an even amount in each pan, one will get overcooked and one will get undercooked. That's not what we're about. Okay, I think that does it. One more little smooth out. Done with the glove. Yeah, and now we proof it for 1 hour. No! So it'll kind of expand at first when it's cooking, Twitch Blackmore, and then it will shrink down a little bit. And then however much it shrinks, like the more that it shrinks, the more that it lets you know that you actually overworked the mixture. If it doesn't shrink too much, you did really good. That means all of the juices are still in there. Just gonna go soak this bowl before it gets all stuck on and give my hands a little wash. And then those are going into the oven. Doot. Foil. Wow, Clem. I might pull one long one and then split it in half. Maybe not actually. Go smaller. Loaf is actually such a weird word to me, the word loaf. That has never sounded good. Unless maybe it's like a banana loaf. A bloaf. Yeah, what about loafers? Loafers are all right. Not quite as bad, but like meatloaf? Like, huh? Pizza loaf though. Oh, like the deli meat? I've had that before. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the throwback. Loaf. A portion of bread baked in a mass of definite form. So wait, it's actually like German in origin? The word loaf? I'm gonna try and get this on here like very neatly, so it's not a pain in the butt later when we unwrap it. Boom, boom. Greek? Greek? Gifting a sub to Titan. What is going on? It wasn't letting you be nice? How's your week? And thank you. Thank you, thank you. Interesting view. And yeah, thanks for teaching us a bit today. Okay, sheet pan. So we don't make a mess in the oven. Boom. Boom. That's got some weight to it. Away we go. So I'll set a 30-minute timer and check them at that point. You've come prepared with food for the stream, Clem, so you're not as hungry. Went to a nearby Japanese place and the ramen is so good. Made with kale noodles? What? That sounds so fancy. Was it yummy? And hi, Green Box. Yeah, Titan got it. Okay. Boom. Boom. Timer. 30 minutes. Next up, we put a couple things away before we go any farther. I'm gonna leave the cheese out because we can use that for the cheese sauce later. You wanted to say hi and bye because you gotta go pretty much right away. Okay, Greek. Well, have a good rest of your Friday and thanks for coming in with a little love for us. Done with this. That wasn't very messy to make. Barely any dishes. I'm in. Okay, bye, Greek. Hope to see you tomorrow. It will be a long one. Done here. Oh, forgot the herbages. Is this gonna rattle? I think this like fan in there is so powerful that it like rattles the racks forward, and I even put like a shim on it for the front, but it's still being crazy. That's because I'm a pro, I guess. Yeah, we're like trained to literally have like this amount of space. Like I'm working off of, what is this, a 4-foot table? You maybe have that total space to work in any kitchen. So like the more you mess it up, the harder your job and the slower you are. And then people are like, what's your problem? So yeah, we're like trained to always be clean and organized. Okay, so next one I think we'll prep the potatoes for mash. Super small amount. Just using up what we have in the house. And then we'll go heavy on the veg. Got some red potatoes. Let's see how they look too. Hopefully they're not all just like trash. They're very large. Boom. Okay, some of them are not that nice. This. We'll grab a peeler as well. And then I'm gonna have a sip of water before we start. Also, let's take a peek at the list. Meatloaf, literally all of the things done. Bake at 350 Fahrenheit for the first half an hour. Then you unmold it, let it go a little bit longer. And then the last little step is the glaze for a couple moments, and then you turn up the heat. Yeah, not too bad for major sproutage, it's true. Couple eyes forming. That's about it though. So I always like to just like peel off the minimum amount, and if I'm looking at this one actually, there's still a bit of like dirt, so I'm just gonna go rinse this one potato because the rest look good. Maybe I'll do this one too. Because I'd rather not just have to peel the skin off just because it's dirty. Just wash it. Just wash it up. I also always like keep a veggie scrubbing brush by the sink too. Scrub off the dirt if you have to. Little bristle brush. And then if you didn't want to do mashed potatoes, you could always just do like quartered potatoes boiled and buttered after. Just toss with a bit of butter in the seasoning. Got options. Man, that dirt is like really stuck on. Okay, we got it. Holy smokies. Good thing we did that. Good thing. We'll start with these ones. Look at that boo-boo. Got a boo-boo. Not too bad though. How far down does this go? It could have been worse. Peel off the eye. Also see that they're a bit green again. Oh, I've also been like following some local farmers from the island where we used to live. They keep posting some like crazy stuff. They're saying meat prices are gonna go up again because a lot of the crops from the summer failed. And so there just wasn't enough feed to produce for the animals that we eat as well. And then at the same time, a lot of the fertilizers, I guess, come from like Europe and Ukraine. So the fertilizers that they use for their crops are also not coming in for this season. So yeah, interesting times. Okay, sounds good, Blood Oak. We'll be here still. Have a wonderful walk. In BC, yeah, in BC. I guess a lot of the Alberta crops, the grain crops, failed this summer to Reno, so then they have to spend more to feed the animals. Saskatchewan beef farmers had no issues. That's good then. Should drive to Saskatchewan to get some beef then. We're taking a road trip. Okay, so we're just cleaning off anything that we don't want to eat. It actually ended up being like quite a bit. That's okay. Yeah, start a mushroom farm. Do it. We just turned the back of the truck into a mushroom farm instead. Because literally all you need is racks. Racks and logs. Okay, let's get a little pot. Cut this up. Vyun bought a couple kilo of flour and pasta just to like be sure. That's a good idea. Yeah, we always make sure we have like backup food like that available because you never know. Alf, you made a meatloaf recently with wassa cracker breadcrumbs soaked in leftover Bloody Mary mix. Whoa, love that idea. Thanks for sharing. And now your pantry is empty. Okay, so this size, cutting the potato, it should boil within like 15-20 minutes. Boom, boom. And I'm okay with my mashed potatoes being like a little bit lumpy. Just no crunchy potatoes allowed, right? I don't think we'll have any leftover mashed potatoes, so that's good. And I think we have a little bit of sour cream to sneak into these still. Yeah, like any thin-skinned potato, I love to leave the skin on. No matter if we're roasting, smashing, mashing. It's just better for you, I feel. There's more nutrients and less waste. Can't go wrong. Yeah, lumpy mashed potatoes are the best. Tunic doesn't want that velvety mash. Needs some different textures, right? Yeah, isn't that cool, Bonk? Soak the cracker crumbs in Bloody Mary mix for something a bit different. I'm in. Okay, so I'm just gonna go cover the potatoes with just enough water. Don't have to fill the whole pot. We love smashed potatoes, right? Although, yeah, there is a time and place for like really smooth cream potatoes as well. You're right, Paloozer. No more leftover mashed taters. It means that you didn't make enough. Oh, I know that. Yeah, we're cutting it close with this one. Okay, BRB. And then we'll also season this. And remember, cold water. Very important. Cover the potatoes in cold water, not hot. More salt. Yum. Michelada. You got some of that? I'm gonna fill up this crock too while we're here. Okay, so salting the potatoes in the water helps season them while they're cooking, and then we can always add a little bit more when we mash them. Yeah, get to work. Oh, potato skin boats. Those are life-changing. Just moving that to the side for now. Bringing over my little burner set, and looks like I need to give it a little wipe really quick. Yeah, Bonk will be leaving soon. He hangs with us until the very last minute. Potato skins with chili on top? I am in. I'm coming over. crispy onion and shallot. I do have some crispy shallots that I was thinking of using today. Some leftover. We'll have to try them though. Haven't peeked at it since I made them. Should still be good though. Keyword should be. Sometimes it surprises you. Maybe I'll actually put this way for now, just on the side so we can keep working, because we'll bring together our cheese sauce next. Let's put this here. Crank it. That, done with the vegetable peeler. Ground beef, pork, shallot, more garlic. More. Okay, so I just said like buttery mashed potatoes. You can just do butter, salt and pepper, or you can add a little bit of dairy too, right? And then I will show you this as well. Sammy made it really easy for us. He bought us a bag of broccoli florets as well as cauliflower florets. We will have to cut them up a bit further, but like most of the hard work is already done for us. Okay, so cheese sauce. We have a bit of Emmental here. Man. Okay, it's just this bottom one I'll move out. Sometimes I just can't handle when things are being rattly. We don't need that tray anyways. Okay, so we got the cheese. I'll be back and bring some cheddar for us. And then we need milk, butter, flour. Yeah, those were some big florets in the bag, hey? Cheese. I'll also bring the sour cream over. Milk. I have some whipping cream in here too. I don't know if I want to go all that far though. Milk. Brought the sour cream over. We'll have to grate up the cheddar. Next up, a little bit of old aged cheddar. That was the wind tunnel. Oh, when I opened the oven, yep, that was the wind tunnel. The convection wind tunnel. You use milk for your smashed potatoes? Yeah, like you can do whatever dairy works for you. Some people even do like buttermilk. A little bit of sourness to cut through the richness. There's just so many options. And then once the cheese sauce is made, we'll just put it on top of the oven to stay warm with the lid on it. I know it's so crumbly. That's how you know it's been like aged. Also, I did freeze it. Like we bought a really big block of cheddar on sale and then I just cut it up and vacuum sealed it into small portions. So yeah, sometimes when you freeze a cheese, it'll go more crumbly after too, but like this is okay. It's got to be crumbly anyways, so I don't care. Wow, that is cool, Alf. Never would have actually thought of that ever. Coconut cream mashed potatoes. Could you really taste the coconut, or did that flavor kind of dissipate? Maybe I'll use a bench scraper to lift that up. Yeah, little cheese mountain dust. Just for you. Yeah, this is saving us work. It's like, thanks, cheese. That'll be good. That's like 2 cups worth of grated cheese. Lots. Lots and lots. And then there is a recipe for the sauce too. I don't have to follow it because I've made cheese sauce a bajillion times in my life. But if you've never before, there's a good one linked, and it's perfectly simple. Just put that to the side, and then we'll start our roux. Just a small pot of cheese sauce. There was no coconut taste, hey? That's good to know for like, what, vegans? Vegan taters. Let's come in now. And then hopefully if I move this, it will focus on the other burner. Your son is finally a spice head like you. 11? Been making Thai and Indian food like crazy, and it's exciting. That is so exciting and like impressive too. That his palate is already like that elevated. Okay, I mean it when I say I'm doing a small pot. Get this on. Butter. Let's get some butter. Just push this back for a moment. Grab our paring knife. And then we'll do some slices or cubes for the mashed potatoes too. Mashed potatoes with like clove, you're saying? Like actual the clove spice? I've never had that. Let's do like 2 tablespoons of butter. And we'll chunk this up. Yeah, you weren't cooking for 2 anymore. That's true. Can't live on chicken nuggets and pizza, no. Yeah, we'll probably use all of that for the potato. It's deceiving, honestly, how much butter you need. Okay, so this is coming up. Should be melting momentarily. And then once the butter is melted, we add a little bit of flour. Hi, Josie. Hello, how are you? Just gonna go rinse the butter off of my knife. And then our timer on the meatloaf before we turn it over, or at least check it. We got 10 minutes. That's it. That was the first half an hour. It's smelling yummy already, I can say that. It's smelling like a meatloaf in here. Boom. Bring it back now, y'all. Okay, I think while we wait for this, I'm just gonna go take my quick bathroom break, BRB. Backity back. Isn't that soothing? Okay, and then we'll need a whisk for our sauce. So get that beside us, and then a little bit of flour just in a container. Know what clove smells like and tastes like, and you were thinking it would be good. It is traditional to do nutmeg, the spiced nutmeg in like mashed potatoes or even in a cheese sauce too. That's traditional French. Clove reminds you of carnation flowers? Yeah, kind of, Josie. And that is cool, Alf. Yeah, your son enjoys cooking, which has been like reinvigorating, totally. It can get pretty monotonous, like cooking chicken tendies and stuff like that all the time. When like you want your kid to eat better. A char siu pork marinade that had clove in it, man, that was good. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you never know if you don't try it, DJ Ashlita, so there's that. Just get in a little bit of flour. And then I was thinking while I was in the bathroom, if it takes too long to cook the potatoes and the sauce and stuff, we can always just roast the veggies in the oven too. We got options. Got that working. We're working on our cheese sauce, and then we still have to make the ketchup glaze for the meatloaf as well. Indian cooking uses a lot of clove. Yes, yeah, they use a ton of different spices, hey? I think I can do this. So awesome. Okay, that is perfect. It's just coming up to a bubble, so now we're gonna sprinkle a bit of flour in. Obviously, the more flour, the thicker your sauce. And like the more liquid you'll have to add to thin it out. This is gonna make a little paste. We don't want any lumps at this stage. So whisk, whisk, whisk. Gonna do a little bit more flour, but not much. I'm also gonna turn down the heat just a touch. Perfect. This is called a roux. Traditional in French cooking, and a more flavorful way to thicken a sauce than just using a cornstarch slurry. Just this does take a bit longer to cook out the starch than cornstarch. So keep that in mind. Now, we're gonna add a bit of milk at a time. Because you'll notice how this thickens up the milk right away. Yeah, roux time. So boom, 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 stir that into a paste again. And that's exactly what we want to be seeing. More. What's the trick to avoid the flour lumps? Just add your milk in really small increments to keep this a smooth paste. See that? No lumps. And then I also don't have the heat on too high now. A little bit more. Aren't roux at times used as a base for gravy making? Yes. Yes, Green Fang, you are right. You got it. Keep going. Now it's thinning out nicely. Probably add like that amount of milk. And then see where this takes us. And then I will say, like, as this comes back up to a simmer, because the milk is cold, right? The roux, the flour is gonna want to just go down to the bottom of the pot. So just keep whisking every couple minutes while this is coming up to a simmer. Otherwise it will stick and burn if you just leave it sit there. And then you have to start over because it makes all of the stuff in there taste burnt. So I think I'll call it quits there. Maybe a touch more milk. That's it. Where did I put the lid? On the sour cream thing. So I'll bring that back to the fridge quickly. Be right back. Ralph, catch you next time. It was fun hanging out with you. Okay, thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of the day. And hopefully we'll see you next time. I'll be back again tomorrow on Twitch as well as Sunday. Tomorrow we're actually doing a subathon. The March subathon. See how many new folks we can bring into the channel this time. Hi, puppers. I almost forgot you were in here and she kind of just scared me coming out of the room. Did you have a good nap? Okay, so pinch of nutmeg, traditional. That's traditional. Yeah, homemade gravy. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, turtles and chill. How are the turtles and have you been chilling? Shall we add a little bit of salt to this now too? Are you doing good, puppers? You had a good nap. Nice. She's stretching it out. Downward dog. Doga. Dog yoga. All is well in the tanks and you're chilling now that you're here. Love it. Well, happy Friday, friend. It's good to have you. We're just working right along. About to check on our meatloaf, actually. Might even be the time right now. Just gonna make a little bit of room for myself. We'll sneak a peek. Put that here. We'll just put the lid for the sauce over to the side for now. Boom. Boom. Just gonna move this burner set off so we can unmold the meatloaf together. Unmold it. And then this is about to come up to a boil as well. Okay, I don't trust this whisk staying in the pot as I lift this up. Something is telling me that it will just fall out. Let's just take it out to be safe. Chef on Food Network, who is of Indian ancestry, loves her cardamom in her food. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember her name because I haven't watched cable TV in so dang long. But I really liked her show before. I think I know who you're talking of. Okay, so we just need a trivet. She doesn't want to sit still. I think she's excited for us to check on the meat because she can smell it cooking. Right, girl? She had like her couple-hour nap and then she's good. So they said for us to unmold this, it should be really nice and firm on top. Should feel firm to the touch. So maybe we'll just check one first to make sure it is at that point. No, it's not yet. So let's keep going. Because they said that should be firm and that's still not cooked through. I'm actually gonna turn up the oven temp a bit as well. It could take a bit longer just because we have two that are cooking at one time. But I'm gonna do another 10 minutes. I just turned the oven up to 375 Fahrenheit. That's taking a while. It was like cold meat and everything though. I mean, it probably, just the way that we mixed that, would be okay if we unmolded it, but I would like to follow the recipe the best we can. And thanks, Cooking Girl. I will have some water. Welcome back, Nike. Oh, I know. I was thinking of you. I was like, he was gone a while. I hope everything is okay. Yeah, both green and brown cardamom. They taste a bit different, hey? So back to this. We'll kind of have like a head start on the potatoes, but that's okay. We'll just slowly cook them the rest of the way through. And then maybe we will be able to steam the veg then. I think we'll do our bamboo steamer, just load it up with veg. Make it easy. The meat was cold for sure, right? It's like the difference in flavor of green and black olives. Yeah, that is true. Okay, so maybe while we wait, we can make the ketchup glaze. What does that entail? Boom. Ketchup glaze. 3/4 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, or whatever you like to use, and then a little bit of pepper. That's it. So I'll go grab the ketchup, and then we have the sugar and vinegar inside of here. And then I think we'll just use a brush to brush it on. Don't sleep on the ketchup glaze. That's where it's at. I think I'm just gonna do it over here now. Boop. This is my little space. Doot. Oh, that's something that I think like my mom and grandma did too. Onion soup mix. Like an actual legend. Back when it was actually good though. It doesn't taste the same anymore. They for sure changed the recipe. Just saw that was coming up to a simmer. Yeah, you can lay there, pup. It's good. Is that where you want to lay? Three-quarters of a cup of ketchup. And remember, we're doing 2, so just do a bit extra of everything to make up for that. Ketchup. Get some brown sugar. Probably have just enough cider vinegar. These potatoes are looking awesome. We'll just vent that on the side. Let's give this one more stir. It's getting thicker. You a cheese dog today? So 1/2 cup or so of vinegar, apple cider vinegar. It has a bit more sweetness and flavor compared to other vinegars. And then that way the topping, like the glaze, is not too sweet either. Yeah, is it just me, Torino says, or do we get a bit triggered when people call it catsup? Ketchup. Sweet Victory, a bakery. That's what comes to my mind. Sounds like the name of a bakery. Okay, a bit of sugar, 1/2 cup. Sugar, sugar. Boom. And then some pepper. Franny Frank's? What's that? Is that the bakery that you were telling me about last time? Boom, boom. And then just some pep, but I'm gonna give this another stir. It's calling me. Yeah. Whoa. We're getting super steamy too. Hello. Hello, steam fan. Gone. Yeah, look at that. That's a thick sauce. Couple more moments and then we can do the cheese in there. Brown sugar is sweeter than white sugar? Is that a fact? I don't know. It might have more flavor. I don't know if it's necessarily sweeter though. It has more molasses, like unrefined stuff. All of the cracked pepper. Yeah, hello, sauna. You're in the potato bechamel sauna. Yeah, that was perfect amount of milk. I used to make bechamel sauce in like 12-liter portion amounts. So making this small amount is really easy for me. Put some stuff away. This pot's just giving her too. 12 liters, Vune, yep. Imagine burning that batch, because people actually did that. Like the whole 12 liters. That's an expensive one to burn. And then to have to start over. Yeah, giant pot. That's literally it, Vune. Just have a big ass pot. Because we did a roasted jalapeno mac and cheese at the brew pub that had like the roasted jalapeno inside of the mac. Baked in little cast iron pans. Yeah, excuse me, what? 12 liters of bechamel. You know what? Okay, stir this. The glaze. I already put nutmeg. We added a pinch earlier. It's a true beige. White sugar is sweeter than brown. That's what I thought, Lil. That's what I thought. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, brown sugar is richer and healthier. That's why I said like it has less refinement in it. I like it a lot better. I love how the vinegar and ketchup just dissolve the sugar in here. So that's perfect. That's perfect. It'll cook down and get more sticky and thick. Yeah, this is a mother sauce. You got it. Okay, literally a minute here. I'm just gonna have a quick taste. A taste of the beige. See if we're happy with where the starch is at, and then we can stir in the cheese. The volume of the industrial drums, like that they put oil in, I think they're 120 liters, those ones. We can get one of those full of the olive oil brand we use, Green Fang. It's at the business Costco. Yes, you got it, Lily. Bechamel plus cheese is a Mornay sauce, a derivative of the mother sauce. If it tastes like sweet, you know you did good, because I haven't added any salt yet either. I usually do that after I add the cheese if we're making a cheese sauce. If it has a nice like sweet milky flavor, you're good to go. If it doesn't have that taste, if it's like kind of pasty tasting, cook it a little bit longer. Trina's roasting a chickpea snack, yum. Okay, so grated cheddar and a little bit of Emmental. I don't know, I guess we'll use all of this. I'm trying to clear out the fridge. Equal parts cheese to bechamel, let's go. This though, we know who that's for. The goodest. Whoa, that went down the hatch. Holy, disappeared. Astra and the disappearing act. Stir, stir, stir. It's transforming. Cheese sauce. Rando was so pumped when I told him this morning what I was serving with the meatloaf. He's like, F yeah. Look at how nice and smooth that is too. Then I will say you really don't want to bring this too high of a heat because you will start to like cook the fat out of the cheese and it makes it more like gritty feeling on the palate. Look at this. That's perfect. The right jiggle, everything. Let's taste this now. Whoa. Serious, like perfection there. Okay, definitely can add a touch of salt and pepper. It'll bring out more flavor of everything too. Does it need more cheese? I don't think so. It's like really cheesy tasting. We just have to season it now. Yeah, like béarnaise, exactly. That's way more difficult than this one. Because you'll just make scrambled eggs with butter. Ugh. Like when you're not meaning to, it's not good. Go, go, go. And then there is a chemical that you can buy. It's called sodium citrate or sodium citrate that helps bind the fats in dairy. So it'll make a very, very, very smooth sauce. It's also what they use to make American cheese, Cheese Whiz, stuff like that. Sodium citrate. So we used to have that at the brew pub when we made beer cheese. Infusing the beer into there, but also keeping the texture nice and smooth. That just brought out the funk of the Emmental. Hey, Indominus, you made it. Okay. Gonna give this one final stir. I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna turn this off. Go boom, boom, boom on the whisk. Clean that off. Yeah, beer cheese. That sounds good, Alf. A deconstructed samosa. Do you need that? She's like, hell yeah. She's got crazy cheese sauce face. Yeah, we must put a lid on here. Otherwise it will make a film as it sits and we don't want that to happen. So lid and then hot hold on top of the warm oven. Let's just quickly check on our taters too. There might be time to turn off the pot and then go strain it in a sec. Yeah, they're pretty much all there. I think we can even just turn off the pot. I just test the really big pieces with my paring knife. If it sticks through easily, you're good. So boom. I think I'll just pop it there even. Yeah, crispy chickpeas, totally. Chickpeas are so good when they're crispy like that. Clear the space. It's meatloaf check-in time. Hey, Duxco. How come Asian food never has cheese in it or on it? I'm not sure, but I have heard once upon a time that it's because those cultures, they can't digest cheese as well as us. But yeah, Bonk, like incorrect. Like Koreans love cheese. I know of like a cheese corn mixture that is very popular there. But then like not everything combines well with cheese in that cuisine either. Okay, now that's smelling more like it. We're gonna commit to the flip here. That was 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the oven. Just checking. That's what we want. Oh no! My foil. Hello? It didn't actually fall on the ground. It just got caught on my flour bin. Okay, get out of there. But that's what we want to see before we flip it. So now, this is what we do. Just put that back on and literally flip it over in the foil. Going to a fish fry? Nom. Yeah, we've been foiled again. No. Oh man, not again. Okay, and then be careful when you flip it because I know that there's like hot juices in there. Don't splash, stuff like that. Three, two, one. Always helps if you count. Yeah, this is new too, Torino. This is new to me, but it's supposed to keep everything nice and clean. Now we can open this up a bit more. That's why I tried to like wrap it really nicely, not too crumpled. Watch this. Yeah, Vioon's lactose intolerant. He gets the toots if he has a milkshake. Okay, now the pans are hot, right? So just use your hot cloth. Yeah, fish and cheese don't mix well together either. That's right, Lily. Hello? What if we do this? You have to grab it and give it a drop. The reveal is, and then it has to keep going a bit longer. You know what I'm gonna try and do is just sneak a knife or a fork under the edge. That's what I'm having an ish with. Guys, it's kind of stuck. What did Kenji say? We have to do a spatula? Oh, it's coming. Shake it. Okay, the front part is out. Holy, oh no. It did stick a bit. Guys, I'm kind of Saja. What if we just try and scrape that off and put it back on? That one's kind of wrecked though, because we lost some of the juices. I'm gonna try and get it off in one chunk. Just mold it back on. What happened to the meatloaf? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, next one. That looks so good though. I love how it's like all crisp there. What happened? What kind of magic is that? That's right, Amp. Stuck Meatloaf is my Canadian Meatloaf tribute band name. Yeah, chat will eat that part? Okay, thanks, Alf. I'm worried about the next one, though. This one's shaking out the same way. What if I drop it? She's calming. She's working her way out. Please don't do this to me today. No, it still did it. Okay, so I guess next time we'll spray the bottom. I like how this kept all the juice in too, because like that'll cook back in as we're glazing it. Kind of organize these foils a bit. Okay, ready guys? Ready? This is what we're working with on this one. Maybe it was the cheese edition. I've never done that before. That's the only thing I can kind of think of. Push it. Not even the knife around the edge would work, 'cause it all just stuck on the bottom. I don't know, I got sandbagged in a different way with this one. This was a different style, so there's some learning to be had. Stay there. The mushrooms, the cheese. This is new to me, but we do our best to make it work anyways, always, right? Okay, put that back in the pan, flip it back on. We got this. I didn't think the flip would be that stressful. I mean, it's not that stressful. I just wish it would have flipped nicely the first time. Still a good mixture though, considering. Okay. Also wanted to like try this little bit. Guys. That is better than any meatloaf I've ever had in my life. Whoa, the umami from the mushroom. Okay, ready for this? Also, do we want to take a quick like internal temp, I think? Let's see where we're at. See how much cooking we have to go here. Yeah, where is my piece, Kate? Okay, yeah. We're at 127 internal Fahrenheit. We're glazing it. We only have to cook it through to like 150. And then let it rest the rest of the way. So pastry brush. One more mix up on the glaze. Ketchup, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, black pepper. Yeah, 2% of the loaf was stuck in the pan. We should start over. Literally inedible. We're getting there, Is. And then we should let some of this like fall down the edge too, or at least brush some along the edge. And like honestly, with this glaze on here, no one will ever know. Only we will know what actually happened. The meatloaf truth. Holy heck though. This is unlike anything I've ever made before and I love it. I'm in love. Now that's the icing on the cake. And like you can do a bit more glaze in different steps. Let this go for a couple moments. Should also turn up the oven now too. Add more glaze once the first layer adheres. Layers of glaze. I feel like a kid. This is bringing me back to when I was young. And yes, this is gonna make an insane meatloaf sandwich. I can see it. Yeah, I've never done the flip over before, but I like this style. It's like now you don't have to cut it in the pan. Is this just like soaking in? It's almost just soaking in. As we put it on, it keeps getting more and more absorbed. Okay, so there is that little bit. Keep that in mind. This though, that's gonna go back in the oven. Indominus, thanks. It's so juicy, right? Okay, watch out, Papa. Crank it. We're up to like 475. So now I guess we should get our steamer pot going ASAP. I'm gonna do a 10-minute timer on that meatloaf to finish. We're done with our pans. Those will definitely have to soak later. Oh, spilled some meatloaf juice on the burner set over here while we were unmolding, so I'm just gonna wipe that. Okay, so now I'll just pop this up here. Get my pot going. We don't need a ton of water when we're steaming vegetables. Like I usually do an inch worth of hot water in the steamer pot. It doesn't burn up that fast. And the veggies add a lot of moisture too. And then if you start with hot water, it doesn't take too long to come up. Our cheese sauce is done. And then we just have to mash our taters. With some butter and sour cream while we wait for this to come up. So crank that baby. Go back over here. Hi Cheshire, how have you been? Good to see you. Layers of glaze should be the food truck podcast name. Interesting, Vion. Milk is seen as something that's exclusively for babies. Thank you, friend, for the 3-month in a row resub. You're doing good, thanks. That's great to hear. I am also doing well. Okay, so I use a bamboo steamer pot. No, come this way. Come this way, pup. She's like walking back there with me. She's like, what can I help with? I need to get the steamers. And then I think we'll line it with just a bit of parchment. I don't like thinking about like the juices that absorb into the bamboo as stuff cooks. There she is, a 2-tier. Do 1 tier of broccoli and 1 of cauliflower. But I usually keep this lid on first while the water's coming up. It heats up faster. That's the flavor for future meals, Kate. I don't know how I feel about that. I like to keep it as clean as possible because we can't really wash this. We can make dumplings. Yeah, if anyone's ever wanted to see dumplings made on Twitch, we have the capabilities. Boom. The husbando should be home soon. I don't think I got a message or anything. I just usually trim this to fit in the steamer. Just like that. Boom. Would it catch on fire? No, you put it above water boiling. And boom. So that's ready to go. Oh yeah, I said I had to cut a couple of the veggies too, right? Ooh, veggie dog. Take all the big florets. We'll cut those down first. Probably like that amount. One for Doggo. Give her all of the cauliflower butts, the stems. She loves them. One of the few veggies she likes to eat. Good girl. Let's get some broccoli. Yeah, imagine the bamboo steamer starting on fire. Oh no. Good one, Alf. Yeah, dumplings in large quantities, right? If you're gonna make a couple, you might as well make a bunch. And then you can just pull them out of the freezer. I don't think she likes broccoli though, this one. But she does like the cauliflower butt. So let's go with that. That's quite a bit already. How's this stuff in here doing? Oh man, that's looking really good. We can almost do another glaze. Okay, I'm gonna cut this up and then we'll do a glaze. Good thing we saved it. So just nice like bite-sized pieces for this. Should steam within, what, 5 minutes? Doesn't take long, and I like my veggies to be like cooked through, yes, but still a bit of textural crunch. Like al dente veggies, not soggy. It is smelling insane in here. Meatloaf glaze. So cut the broccoli the same size too, so it all steams together. I have to ask, do you guys hear the fan in my microphone where it's at? I feel like it's blowing on me a bit more. Can you hear that, or does my noise gate fix it? Just trimming off the ends that are kind of browned. No? Okay, sweet. Chris! Hey, dude. Hope you had a good day today. Happy Friday and weekend. We made it. Made it through another week. Last one. Okay. Wipe, wipe. Just gonna do a quick reglaze on my side, since I don't have too much room to work in now. but I will give you a sneak peek. Hello. I'm also gonna swivel the tray around. Holy! I've never smelt a meatloaf like this before. OMG. Just keep glazing. Cammy! How are you and the fam doing? How's that bun in the oven coming along? You shared that news with us before, right? Thank you for the 19 months, friend. Holy. Okay, so basically all of the glaze is now on the meatloaf. If you were wondering. I was hoping you were. Okay, back in. Oh, we literally had like 30 seconds left on it, so I'll do 5 minutes. I'll do a 5-minute and then that should be it. Just turn off the oven. Okay, looks like the water is almost up. I guess we can just load the steamer and then transfer it onto the pot. So let's do that. A very expensive bun. The most expensive kind of bun. Takes the longest to bake. And just lasts for years after. Even after it's been baked. Broccoli is good for guys. Broccoli is good for everyone. Okay, so that looks like it'll steam really nicely. Let's see, I'll put all this dust from the veggies in a container, see if the doggo eats it. So, broccoli to steam. Next one really quick. That's what you're having for tea? Nice, Joes. Boom, boom. And then I also like to swivel the steamer trays halfway through cooking, just to make sure they cook evenly. Okay, small little container. We're almost there, guys. So the last thing we have to do is just mash some potatoes together. That's it. Everything else is basically done. Winning. Go. Let's see how that goes over. She just gave me the look like you put broccoli in with the cauliflower. She gave me the side eye. Like, really? Good girl. We're about to blow. I think we're ready. We're boiling. Blood Oak, you made it back from the walk. How's the weather there? Okay, that's about as much boiling as we're gonna get here. So do a quick switch. Take the lid off. Put the steamer on. So you have to make sure that the steamer fits right on top of the pot. Just gonna do this for now. You don't want like the excess steam to be flowing around that, because then you're losing a lot of heat that way. What should I do for that? 3 minutes? 3 minutes and then we'll switch it. Yeah, collapso. Got some Emmental cheese, a bottle of vino, love it. Yeah, liver, ugh, I can't do it. That is my limit, sadly. My mom says I loved it when I was young though. Ate it up, no problem. Nice, oak, 10 degrees Celsius plus. We are at -3 now, considering it started at -20 this morning. Not bad. It's lovely. I just can't do it. I know, bugs me too. I got like very sensitive to iron flavors though as I got older. So I say I just like can't really do it. I've tried. Okay, so I guess actually while we wait for this, what if we do this? Move it over this way. Turn the camera back over. It should maybe focus for us on the mashing pot. Just gonna go strain the potatoes quickly too. Just. Okay guys, I'm turning the oven off. It's gonna beep and that's okay. Nothing's wrong. We'll just hot hold in there. Okay, so first things first. I know it's a bit blurry. Stay with me. We're gonna load up our boiled taters with butter first to melt. Hi Stam, happy Friday. Hope you had a good day today. Equal amount potato and butter. We didn't call it buttery potatoes for nothing. And so now we're gonna work the fat into the potatoes to stop the starch from getting gluey. Tomatoes in the back. These are Lego flowers. Sam got me a dozen Lego roses for Valentine's Day and built them for me. Now I have flowers that'll last forever, he said, rather than die a week later. And hi, Venus. Yeah, butter, for sure, pepper in there. That's the timer on the veggies, but I don't think I want to peek just yet. I don't feel like it's time yet. Something's telling me like, no, wait a little bit longer. You had haggis a few years ago, didn't like it. Definitely not the thought of it being organs. That doesn't bother you, it's just the flavor. Yeah, I know, right? It's like sometimes it's the textures that get us, but then other times it could be the flavors. Everyone's palate is so different too. So like, don't let people make you feel bad for maybe not being able to eat some things. I always say try something once and then you can decide. I think we're gonna use all the butter that I had. That's why we cut it. We need it. And then once the butter is mixed in and melted, then we can add the cold dairy. Like sour cream. Hey, pup. Hey, excuse me. Yes, yeah, I love to do like sneak some parsnip in with mashed potatoes. Or celery root is really, really yummy too. And this was a red skin potato that we used today, by the way. Have I ever used a potato ricer? Yep. Yep, we actually have like a Spätzle press from Germany that we use as a ricer sometimes. So just this last little bit of sour cream here. Get that out of the fridge too. Stir it up, it's kind of separated. It's a thick one. And I do have a little bit of whipping cream that I can use up too if we feel like we need just a bit more dairy. I love sour cream. I think it's the Ukrainian in me. But now we don't have to be afraid of like really mashing the potato because we made that starch barrier with the butter. Can be a bit more aggressive. After we mix in the sour cream, I'll do a switch on the veg. We'll have a peek. Yeah, you need a ricer to make gnocchi properly, like as traditionally as possible. Yeah, we'll need some cream. Okay, so this, oh yeah, that's steaming along. Wow, the broccoli is so green, amazing. I'm glad we switched. So it looks like the broccoli is almost done, but the cauliflower needs a bit more. Okay, one moment. What can you do with the white radish mouli? What is mouli? I know what white radish is. Cheese sauce? The cheese sauce is hot holding up on top of the oven. Or you're saying put the cheese sauce into the potatoes. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, you do, Nike. Okay, because I'm like scared of the last time I used whipping cream because it smelled normal, but then it tasted weird. I have to taste this before I use it. It made me feel too awkward last time on stream. Okay, we're good. Down the wrong hole. There we go. That should loosen it up. They got really thick. So what is mouli? That's what it's called? Is the radish is called mouli? I like to shave radish, like nice and thin. Put it in salads, stuff like that. Or it could be yummy in like certain soups. Add it near the end so it doesn't go mush. Or a really nice way to prepare like smaller radishes is to roast them whole. A lot of people don't know that. Just adds this different flavor to them and it gets super juicy. Okay, let's try this. That's your close up. That's how it's looking. A little smooth, a little lumpy. That's some mashed taters. Mouli is another name for daikon. Ah, so like usually I do kimchi, but I have pan roasted daikon before is good. Okay, bit of salt and pepper, but the flavor in there is lovely. I think my pepper grinder is actually empty. Of course it is, right? As we're finishing, it's like, haha, got you. Pickled daikon is really good. Daikon kimchi, it just has that like nice crunch. Go get the peppercorns. I know, I have to fill up the grinder. We need way more pepper. Way more. And then we'll check on the cauliflower because the veggies are probably done steaming. And then we can plate. And no, there isn't really a garnish for anything today. Go fill up your pepper grinder. This is everyone's reminder. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm peeking as well. I think that's done. Off. Okay, last mix. Salt and pep. Woo! Scrape it. Yeah, go fill up the pepper grinder. The herb grinder. Mmm. Mmm. It's like creamy and salty. Perfect. Hey, this dog's like, I need the potato. Okay, you get one lick. She's like, let me taste this. We made this together. Okay, all the hot stuff is coming off of the board and we're getting ready to plate. Boom. Boom. Yeah, as I say it, Chris, classic. I don't think it did Vune, unless I just missed it. I don't think I saw anything. A kimchi fridge? Alf, how much was that? That's wild. I think I'll put this up here. Or over here even. To cool. That's just a cauliflower. Okay, and then meatloaf. Well, I guess the first thing we have to do is cut the meatloaf. I did have enough trivets. What? Whoa, it really juiced on the top. Insane. That's usually when you know that it's perfectly cooked. The juices, ugh. We'll just scrape that off with the knife. It's hard to not have that happen, right? If there's like a little indent, it'll puddle and pool there. There we go. That looks better. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one, leave that one for sandwiches since it's not as nice. Yeah, never enough trivets. Cauliflower crust pot pie. Whoa. €5. Your super expensive, hyper limited edition pepper mill has a glass body. Fancy. Yeah, creepy looking, but that's flavor. And now we can just see it like, okay. Let's go over this one. It's just running out of that spot. That's like the volcano. And you know it's cooked perfectly when it's just running clear, right? You don't have to worry about it being under. Yeah, I would drink that. The kimchi fridge is just under $1,000. Not bad. The fridge that we bought, we checked again last night at the temp. I'm also just letting these rest for a moment. Our double door fridge, we paid $5,200 for it 2 months ago. It's now at $7,400. Yeah, she's oozing. Nike. That's what you're having tonight? Is the cauliflower crust pot pie? Sweet. Okay, so it should be able to just slice down. Hopefully not disturb the glaze too much. Gonna be very gentle as I put my knife to the bottom. Ready? Oh, the slice was not in the view. That looks good. It's like breadcrumb, cheese. Go again. Okay, this is the part where it kind of fell off the top, so we won't flip this one over. But wow, that is holding together. What a nice mix. Okay, that's the other part where the top may or may not have stuck to the pan when we flipped it over. And by top, I mean it was the bottom originally. Okay, I'm stopping there. And it's not like a huge slice. Like you could almost do 2. I might just. Meatloaf can be so underrated, right? This one is crazy, Chris. We did like the mushroom duck cell inside of it. And then what else? There's a little bit of Emmental cheese. We soaked the breadcrumbs in milk, like very classic style. Nike, thank you so much for requesting this once again. This is gonna be life-changing. I know it. Yeah, I'm doing a double slice on each plate. 2, 4, 6, and then the last chunk is Finn's Luncheroo, and then we have this whole extra for sandwiches. I'm literally just gonna leave my knife here. Okay, quick rinse on my hand. And then we'll turn this around to make some room on the board. We got a true refrigerator, Alf. It's the double door stainless steel one. I think it's 46 cubic feet storage capacity. Okay, definitely want a bowl or plate with a rim on it for sure. Let's open this up. Hi, Mary. How are you doing? Yeah, it sliced really well. The only difference from the recipe was the cheese. No, the cheese was in the recipe too. They said 4 ounces. And then this. And then I don't know where Sam is, but we won't plate his just yet. I'll just do mine and my bros. One more thing to just quickly check is the cheese sauce. I'm just gonna grab, what do I want? A spoon, maybe a ladle. Maybe a ladle. Ah! It may or may not have solidified. No, it didn't. It just had the crust on top. We can stir that back in. Since we had the lid on, it didn't get dry. Just gotta stir pretty aggressively. Oh, yeah. That's that consistency that we want. Just gonna perfectly coat the veggies. I wish it never made that film on top because now it looks lumpy, but we made a perfect sauce earlier. Okay, first things first, mashed potatoes. What about Finn? She's at work right now, so I always pack her lunch after everything's cooled. How long did I rest it for? I didn't rest it for super long. I will say that. A couple moments in the oven while we were finishing up some stuff. So this is my bros. And we might still have like leftover potatoes. Wow. Big scoop on mine. Hi, Renor. I didn't make gravy today. We have the cheese sauce and the meatloaf is super juicy, so I opted for not. I clarified it with Nike. He was okay with this. Okay, next one. Keep going quick, quick. Steamed veg on the side. Broccoli and cauliflower we have. It feels like it's steamed just perfectly too. Save these two on the end. Give my bro center cut. Whoa, there's a whole clove of roasted garlic. Just gonna flip that back over in the juices really quick. 'Cause we can. Oh no, of course it would break. There she is. I got ketchup hands. And then after I plate my brothers, I'm just gonna quickly go run this over to him. He usually meets me like halfway. Unless he's busy in the shop. And then the heat from the veg is gonna like soften up the cheese sauce too. What? That's a grandma plate for sure. And yeah, there's the whole clove of roasted garlic. Hello. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that, Sam. Okay, one moment. I'm back. This is total comfort food. Nappy that right over it. Yeah. Did you hear me running? I think I do have a bit of garnish in here. Yes, I still have the mixture of green onion parsley. Scroll up and look at your message. Your grandkid wouldn't eat that? One's for you, Indominus? No. I think I'll do it on the potatoes. I like green onion on my mashed potatoes. Okay, quick photo and then we finally get to eat. That's fine. I would present it to you like this. If you make the meatloaf right, you shouldn't need the gravy. If your meatloaf is dry, you probably need the gravy. Now that's the photo. That's it. That's the spot. Holy. I'm pumped. I feel like a kid again. No one needs gravy. Wait, you're having some, Chris? Nice. Okay, first things first. I'm also gonna go on like this end piece. Oh no, I took the whole top off. Shh, nothing happened. I'm gonna go over here. That's the money. Like the way it crisped up and glazed on the outside. Yeah, I'll have what she's having. Nice, yeah, we even did like so quick today, Bonk. 3 hours, crushed. But I mean, 12 hours tomorrow, so there's that. And Bonk, have a wonderful day at work, as much as you can. Have safe drives, all of that. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I don't want anything else in my meatloaf. This is great. The mushrooms totally added like so much umami. And also like gave it a very nice texture. Like it's not rubbery, chewy. It's not dry and crumbly. The little bit of breadcrumb is nice and filling too. And yeah, what did we read at the beginning? Kenji said it should cut with a fork, but not be dry. This is gonna be insane sandwich. Insane leftovers. Chris. We need help. And I don't think I've ever had like a beef pork mix. That's good too. Hey, coming over this way. Also, do you want me to just move this over for now? Or were you guys enjoying staring at that? You're about to go, Indominus? Okay, have a good rest of your day then. Take care out there. Sam at the Lego store? No, he was just talking to my brother in the shop. I was like, oh, you are here. Cauliflower cheese. Yeah, imagine meatloaf that you can't cut with a fork. What happened? That's exactly how it should be. Holy. Veggies for health. Just cover them in cheese after. Yeah, 10 out of 10 would eat this. Thanks, Venus. And it's true. EHPZ123. That's a real meal. This is the full meal deal. I just need a lazy Susan so I can just keep taking bites around because everything goes together really well. Those taters. Super creamy. Nice and silky. But yeah, this meatloaf, I impressed myself. I'm happy that we tried the Serious Eats recipe, even though it was like a little bit weird compared to what we knew from before, how to make meatloaf. Not like a super big crunch on it, but like you still have to chew it, not just like gum it. The broccoli and cauliflower, that's good for me. Chris, that's an Annie joke for sure. I knew a lazy Susan once, he says. That's a pat on the back. Sam was gonna love it. Okay, I'm just gonna put the cream away so it doesn't get too warm. That is such a satisfying lunch. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then tomorrow, so 3 different types of meals tomorrow. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner going down for our subathon, as well as dessert. We even have supper club happening tomorrow where we cook for people in our local community. And then Sam goes and delivers them food between 5 and 6 p.m. our time. So we are full. I think he might even be doing like 3 delivery slots. Nike, I'm so happy you requested this. I really feel loved eating it. Kind of brought back some awesome like childhood memories and feelings. So dang good. The cheese sauce is really good.
That's the meatloafs.
I'm like, how about this? The fact that we didn't even like cook a little bit of the mixture beforehand and that is perfectly seasoned. This one's here. Please have a bite. A little bit of everything. Grandma cooking.
Meatloaf's not for me.
He doesn't like the meatloaf. Oh yeah, because your mom, like you didn't grow up with that ever. Oh, so I can't redeem it with mine?
I tried.
He tried it. He's not a meatloaf guy. Maybe I'll be bringing some meatloaf slices to Chris then. He tried. Did you see like how sad he was? I tried. I am not a meatloaf guy. More for us, yeah. Meatloaf, Salisbury steaks, minute steaks. Oh man. At least he tried. He tried. And like we even talked about this earlier. Like I'll make this, but there is a chance that he won't like it, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm not a tuna casserole person. Cooking girl. I haven't had that in forever, but it's so good. Yeah, Torino. Imagine. No, he still probably wouldn't. He still wouldn't. That's good. Like, I'm satiated after just those couple bites already. Was the other stuff I made okay, though? Like the potato and the veg?
Yeah, that's all good.
Thanks.
Phew. I got one thing to add before I go.
He has one thing to add before he goes.
This is why we can't have nice things.
No fucking way. Are you joking me? That's what took you so long? What the actual F? Guys, I don't even know what to think right now. Thanks, world. Thanks. Had it for what, 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Smash.
Good thing we have insurance.
It's her fault.
It wasn't any of Samo's fault. But yeah, that person's insurance just went up. That's atrocious. Like Sam said, this is why we can't have nice things. Who did that, Chris? I don't know.
She got out of the car and started yelling at me, and I was like, excuse me, but you just hit me.
Okay, we'll talk about this after. That's a rear end. Okay, let's look for someone to go raid.
Yeah.
Just in front of Eric's. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad someone else saw it too then.
3 people in the car.
Plus cameras.
And dash cam.
Okay, do we want to go... Ooh, Cosmic Cat is doing Deadpool cookbook. We got Irish Kate doing pasta.
Irish Kate.
Okay, let's go raid Irish Kate.
She's not so Irish.
Excuse me. Yeah, Irish Kate in Texas now.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, cooking girl. It's okay, Chris. It's just a material thing. That's why we don't get attached to them. Everyone is okay. That's what we always think about first. Yeah. Everyone's okay. Are we a little bit pissed? Yes. Of course. It's to be fair. Okay.
I've sneezed and rear-ended somebody before. I know it happens. Shit happens.
Irish Kate with a C. We're gonna go from one Kate to another. That was a good cook. Always fun to do some grandma style cooking. Thank you once again, Nike 2G. This was all for you, my dude. Thanks for saving up the points. I know it takes a while, but honestly worth it. And I hope that you maybe recreate this dish for yourself one day. Yeah, tomato sauce with it. That's okay too, Josie, if you like it more like savory rather than ketchup-y, like sweet sour. And yeah, thank you, Alf. It's just a car. Totally, totally. And yeah, happy to see our friends from work pop in before I finish. Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna start a little bit earlier. It might be 1 hour early compared to usual time or 2. I will let you guys know in Discord after I talk to Samo a bit and organize ourselves. But yeah, subathon going down tomorrow. Gonna be an absolute blast. We have a blindfold taste test going down as well, so stay tuned for that. Some of my favorite things to do on stream with everyone. And yeah, take care. Stay safe out there, guys. And if you need anything, you know where to find us. Discord, Twitch, or any other social, we'll get back to you ASAP. Okay, let's go see what Kate is up to and what kind of pasta she's making. Love y'all. Stay safe out there. Thanks for everything. See you next time. Bye.